Okay, take three. Hi, welcome back to This Day in History. This is June 7th, 2024. Not that that date really matters. This is about this day in history. As you can see in the background there, blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful, bright, sunny day. I'm here at the park. I'm feeding the squirrels. I'll show you here in a sec. Yeah, that little guy has been accosting me for peanuts. So, it's a beautiful day. We're going to get started with the birthdays. It is, as I said, June 7th. The year is 1905. An American boxer, James J. Braddock, is born. 1917 has two birthdays, both American. Both are in the arts. Dean Martin, he was an American singer, actor, producer, variety TV host. He was part of what they called the Rat Pack. You know, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and I think there was somebody else, but I can't remember. At any rate, he was born on this day in 1917. Gwendolyn Brooks, she was the first African-American poet to win a Pulitzer Prize in 1949. She was born on this day in 1917. I don't know why I got the sniffles, but... do you want some too? This is a different little guy. Not that the little piglet that he comes finds me and eats nothing but peanuts. At any rate, I'm digressing. 1952, we see the birth of a North Irish American actor, Liam Neeson. If you don't know who Liam Neeson is, go watch the Taken series of movies. There's 3 of them. He was Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. He was in a movie called Krull. He was in a movie called The Deadpool, I believe. He was in that one, which was the last Dirty Harry movie. Seraphim Falls was another movie. I haven't seen that one, but he was in that movie too. He's been in a lot of stuff. Sorry, my bag is getting away from me here. But his birthday was in 1952. And in 1958, we have a singer, songwriter, we have a music producer, we have, the best, he did a lot of stuff. Prince. Once upon a time, he was known as the artist formerly known as Prince, because he legally changed his name to get out of a contract, as I recall. At any rate, hey Piglet, he was born on this day in 1958. On this day in 1975, Allen Iverson, he's a basketball player, American basketball player, he was born on this day. So those are the birthdays. Pretty interesting stuff. Hey Piglet, I'm busy here. Yeah, no more. I'm busy. 1494. Okay, so this is a couple years after Columbus had discovered what he thought was India, but really it was just the New World. They say 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Well, 2 years later, in 1494, there's a treaty that's ironed out between Spain and Portugal, and it's aimed at settling conflicts over lands that are discovered by not only Columbus, but any future discoverer. And so that was the Treaty of Tordesillas, and that happened in 1494. In the year 1520, Henry VIII of England and Francis I of France. They would gather on the field of the Cloth of the Gold in Calais, France. Hey, get out of there. They and their entourages would gather on this field, and the rest is history. 1576, English navigator Martin Frobisher, he sets sail from England. He's trying to find a Northwest Passage. He's trying to find a way between the Atlantic to the Pacific by a northern route, because by this point they know that there isn't another continent on the other side of the country or world, excuse me, but they don't know how big it is. So he discovered Labrador and Baffin Island. There's a bay. He also discovered a bay that they ended up naming after him, and that was in 1576. In 1832, British Prime Minister Charles Grey, he was like a second Earl or something like that, he authored the Reform Act of 1832, and basically what it was the first bill to expand on the electorate for the House of Commons, and it legitimizes them as a body. It rationalizes them as a body, as a legislative body in that country. We fast forward to the 20th century. It's 1965. Supreme Court hears a case, Griswold versus the state of Connecticut, where SCOTUS, that would be the Supreme Court of the United States, they rule in favor of Griswold. And it was over the constitutional right of married persons to use birth control. Birth control was still a relatively new-ish concept even then. 1970, E.M. Forster dies at the age of 91. He is an author. He authored works like Howard's End and Passage to India. He passed away on this day in 1971. In 1982, Elvis Presley's home, known as Graceland, it opened to the public for the first time. And now it's like it's a tourist attraction. In 2006, Jordanian-born Abu Musab al-Zarqawi is killed in a U.S. airstrike. Now, this is a guy who was an Iraqi leader. He was within, he called himself an Iraqi leader, but I believe that he was involved in the Bin Laden organization after Bin Laden was taken out. I could have that mistaken. He was in the leadership of terrorist organizations. It says that he was an Iraqi leader, and we took him out in an airstrike in 2006. It doesn't seem right, because it seems like it was much later than that, but I could be mistaken, obviously, because I'm utilizing Britannica.com as my source of history notes here, after all. So, at any rate, bad guy died due to U.S. airstrike. And what do we say to bad guys? We say good riddance to bad rubbish. So, the featured event is 1929. There's the Lateran Treaty. It's between Mussolini and Pietro Gasparri. And what that treaty did is that it settled the question about the Vatican City and its sovereignty. And essentially, basically, it made Vatican City its own sovereign state. So, that's it for this day in history for June 7th, 2024. This day is so beautiful. We will do it again, I'm sure, tomorrow for June 8th. Whether I'm back here at this park, I don't know. But do enjoy the day. It's a beautiful, glorious day here where I'm at anyway. And wherever you are, be blessed, take care, and we'll see you again next time, which will be tomorrow, June 8th. All right, take care. Bye.